We love our club and we play to win. Fighting the punch with a grin and a ball from love, made by the striving. Teamwork is the thing that's all. Run for all and run for one, the way we play at home. We love the fighting goals.
G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. Here to present the round 22 review and providing Hawthorn content for you as well. So, yeah, hopefully you fellas that support clubs between 2016 and 2023 got a flag because, yeah, we're back. So, yeah, we're up and about now. So, Janeth, JP, Dazzler, Dan Gorringe, Andy Marr, Dave Hughes, Blues Radio. Sorry we had to do that to you fellas, but you're just another one of our casualties in the after round 7 this season. So yeah, got grand final tickets. We're good to go. So I'm very excited for September. Had to cancel my Bali holiday, so that was a bit unfortunate, but yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll be getting the TV ready to go during September, that's for sure. So yeah. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Hopefully your team's seen a bit of success during our short rebuild. But yeah, now we're back. So I do SuperCoach, don't I? I'll take it seriously now. I'm keeping the scarf on, but yeah, all right. So we're back to do some SuperCoach. Unfortunately, wasn't the sort of week we were looking for. Once again, we're just on a bit of a downhill slope here. Obviously, I was taking the piss out of everything. I'm up and about with the Hawks, but yeah, very excited. So as I should be. Yeah, we're going all right. So yeah, as I said a few times, I'm happy to sacrifice a good SuperCoach season for a good Hawthorn season. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Obviously, I don't think we're premiership favourites, but yeah, certainly up and about. So we scored 2,428, and our season rank now is 8,874. So a bit disappointing, but it's not really too much we can do now. Use my last trade. Sorry, my second last trade. Got rid of Nick Blakey, and of course he had a good week. Scored a 117. And we brought in Nick Newman this week, who was on 26 at halftime. And I mean, at halftime, I couldn't really give a crap. But to salvage a 107, that was very good of Newman. And he's got St Kilda and West Coast to come. So I don't feel horrific about that. But with some of the carnage happening this week, potentially English out, potentially Sheasel out, and Curno's done for the year. So, yeah, that's not ideal. But that's all right. We'll see who's in, see who's out this week, and we'll probably end up using our final trade this week. I can't believe I still have a trade, so that feels like an honour. But that comes with having no bench. We've got a Mighty Hawk came back from the dead and scored a 54, so that was all right. We didn't. Sorry, I've let me undo my changes, and this is how we'll look. This is how we looked. So we vice captain Butters. We're going to captain Bont if not. But I was very happy with the 131 with Butters. Didn't see a second of that game. It was great to meet Spills once again at the Essendon Gold Coast game. I had a few events on Saturday night. Thought I'd say good day for a little chat with him. We witnessed the Mac Andrew goal after the siren, which was a massive shame for him. But yeah, that was an interesting game. So went to 2 games on the weekend. Don't recall the last time I've done that until earlier in the year. But yeah, look, she's a 122. Hopefully he's all good. There's rumours that he could be out this week, which would be a massive shame, as I should say. Hayden Young, 105, been really good over the past couple of months. So shout out to Hayden Young, being a beast. Ryan's back, and when Ryan's back, Freo lose. So there you go there. Nick Newman, 107, as I mentioned. I'll take it. Better than the crap Blakey's been giving me, even though I lost 10 points early days. Houston 111. I think that's like his second highest score since I brought him in. Dacos 66. Now, I was actually going to put Hoare on field, but I couldn't because North and West Coast were playing early, so I couldn't actually loop Hoare on because I was worried that Marty Hall was going to be the sub, which he wasn't. But I think I made the right call there. So I didn't really want to field Dacos, but I had no other choice but to take it. Just in case Marty Hall was sub and I lost 12 points anyways. I would have lost 12 points anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bont 119 would have been my captain. That's perfectly fine. But Butters, very happy with that, 131. Sarong 114, Green 119. The midfield did relatively well. Goulden got tagged by side bottom, and for him to get an 80, that's actually pretty good. I don't mind him as a vice captain against Essen this week. We got Sam Walsh scoring an 89. He's just been very average this year, so probably a bloke won't look at for next year until he has a fully healthy preseason. Max Gorn with a purple foot goes 177, so that's just it's nice for him to match, I guess, Tristan Sherry's. Well, he didn't match it. He was what 8 points off, but it was good because I would have lost so much more points there. English 85, he's a doubt this week. I mean, I don't really care because he's just been so awful. Who would I get Tim English for? Like, who could you grab? Where's Rowan Marshall? He's too expensive now. God damn it. 545. Briggs, no. Ugh, gee, am I really gonna have to get like if if I have to trade out English, do I really have to grab Brody Grundy? Ugh, brother, ugh. Nah, that's no good. So yeah, well, hopefully English plays. Yeah, we'll have to see what the whole prognosis is on him. Seems like there's a mild doubt for him to play this week. Along with Sheasel and Kerner, I assume's out for the rest of the year. So if Sheasel and English can just play through injury for the rest of the season, that'd be great with just one trade. I mean, it'd be nice to have two. Maybe I should have just held back on the trade, but I just couldn't stand watching Blakey any longer. Flanders 93, so he's gone back-to-back sub-tons. So, yeah, he's slowly fallen off, but that's no big issue. Been a great starting pick. I mean, his lowest score all season is he has yet to go under 90 this season, which is just mental. Zorko 117, very solid. Who'd they play again? The Giants, so that's not too bad. Caldwell 55, that's pretty poor, pretty disappointing. And not everyone has him, and he's sort of turned into a consensus top 6 forward, so that's very frustrating. Heaney 144, turned back the clock. I think that last quarter was just about the best last quarter of a player all year. Sorry, the best quarter of a player all year. So he was immense in that fourth and really got his team over the line against the Pies to basically cook them for the year. Jackson 81, that's really poor as a solo ruck. Darcy was a laid out and he was solo ruck, so that's shit house from Jackson. So yeah, not a bloke I'd like to start next year. He'll be a forward option again, but unless Darcy's out for a considerable amount of time, that's when I'll look to bring him in. But I didn't even want to start him in the first place. But when I saw Darcy was out for like the first 6 to 8 weeks, that was, guess the reason for starting him. Kerno 17. I mean, tough day for the Blues there. So I love watching Charlie Curnow when he's up and about, but he's clearly been a terrible trade-in. So I hope he's all good because we know how good of a player he is. Richard scored a 0. Did he actually lose money? Because when I saw the scores afterwards, I thought it counted as a DNF. No, that he lost money because of it. That's mad. What's his break even now? 81. Yikes. And Kynan Brown, for whatever reason, Melbourne just don't play him. Dowling, really going to have to hope he gets back into the side just for extra cover. Hopefully even Sardell Hawley for the Bombers could get a little run here. Richards hopefully not sub again. Hawk can keep his spot, that sort of thing. I don't expect Max Hall to come back in the side, neither Livingston. So yeah, there really isn't too much else to talk about with SuperCoach. I've had a pretty poor year. I'm certainly got some massive plans for 2025. Certainly looking to update my content, looking to do some more things, some more stuff, and just be more consistent with it. So I'm very keen for this season to be done. I'm very excited for 2025. Because I need a bounce back year. So hopefully we can get that done for SuperCoach. I feel like this year I I feel like this year I've just been not as good with like, I guess, watching other content. I feel like, yeah, as the season's progressed on how poorly my season's gone, the less I've sort of looked at other videos, that sort of thing. I've just sort of not really cared as much this year, and yeah, so I have some big plans for 2025. So for sure. So yeah, look, see how we go there. So that's what I'm excited for. I'll probably do some 2025 early videos throughout the season. I'll probably do a video on my review of trades, probably towards when probably heading towards the last round. I'll probably do that video next week, I reckon. Then I'll do my season review after round 24, and then might do a couple of 2025 videos. Probably not really planning anything else, as probably will take a bit of a break um, because I feel like I just need it. But also, I'll be doing a like a super coach trade period podcast with Damo. There'll be an everyday podcast talking about all things super coach and player movement, that sort of thing. So that'll be super fun to do. Moving parts. So the Moving Parts podcast. So if you guys are into if everyone's sick of SEN radio talking about, trade radio, that sort of thing, if you're sick of hearing all these opinions, jump on the podcast in the off season where we talk all things Supercoach and off season related things. They'll be super fun. So hopefully everyone can tune into that. Me and Damo, Supercoach. So that should be very good. Yeah, I guess we can talk about options. So I guess we can talk about all three. Obviously, the very likely one is to trade Charlie Curnow. I'm really going to need some of these players off the bench to not be sub and play. Otherwise, might cop a couple of donuts. So, and that's really sort of what the trades are for. You want to avoid donuts. You just want to have 22 players playing on field each week. So let's talk about that, I guess. So let's just say Harry Sheasel is out this week. Hopefully, Gawn as well can keep playing. I know he's basically playing on a broken foot, but hopefully he doesn't get rested in the last game of the year. If we decide to trade Sheasel, I mean, you'd probably look at Tom Stewart against St Kilda and West Coast. That's probably the player I'd go for. There's obviously Lockie Whitfield, but they've got a couple of tough games. Sinclair, yeah, a couple of tough games. McGovern, I just can't trust that body. So I'd probably go Tom Stewart if he is because Geelong have a couple of really good games for the run home. Feels like I've traded in and out a lot of North Melbourne players. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. We hope that Sheasel's all good. Same with Tim English. I think we know that Charlie Curnow will very likely be out for the season. He's dropped so much in money. If Tim English is out, I think I already showed you guys this. But yeah, I'd probably look at not the Big O. It'd probably be Grundy. Like, I don't know about anyone else. Kieran Briggs, who they got. Freo. I mean, if Darcy's out, that's not bad. And then Tim English. So I'd probably go Briggs, actually. I think I'd go Kieran Briggs and just see how we go there. And then I guess if we're trading Charlie Curnow, which is what will very likely happen, 409K, not much to work with. So we can rule out all these blokes around here. Yeah, we are priced out of 30 players in the forward line. So that gives us plenty of options, doesn't it? Ollie Dempsey, I mean, we were better off holding on to Ollie Dempsey over Curnow. Because, yeah, I traded out Dempsey after the Carlton game. Ever since that, besides that 37, he's been amazing. So, rip. So who do I go with here? Could go Ginnivan for the vibes because my season's done. Mackay, I don't think I could do another key forward for a fair while, to be honest. I think there is one guy that stands out if he's all good heading into next week, and that will be where is he? God, how cheap is he? Filippo, playing as a inside midfielder for the Saints. This would probably be what I'd do. I assume Kernow's out for the rest of the home and away season. Hopefully English is all good. Hopefully Shears was all good. And just hopefully a lot of these guys on my bench can put in a shift here, so and just play. That's the hope. So gonna need a bit of a miracle there on zero trades here, but there we go. That's probably the side that we rock up with. I assume Curnow is done for the home and away season. Looked pretty bad. Let's have a look at vice captain and captain. Vice captain, like I don't mind Goulden here. And also Brad's gonna have a better rank than me, so good on him. But yeah, he's nailed that trade with who was it? I forgot who he traded. I forgot who he traded out. I think he had a rookie. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. That was the speaker. That scared the shit out of me. Um, I'm pretty sure he had. Who did he have? He had like a rookie ruck. I think he had Ned Moyle and went Cherry over Grundy, which was just a great decision from him. So I think he can finish inside the top 5K. He's going really well. Got a very good side. Hopefully the only thing that'll probably stop him would be the carnage in the side, just with injuries because he's on zero trades and limited bench options. So hopefully he can just field a 22 each week from here. Hopefully on my end as well. So talk about vice captain and captain. Gordon, I don't mind there. Giants and Freo doesn't. Heaney's not too bad either, but I think Gordon's got really good history against the Bombers. Yeah, look at those scores. So very interesting. Errol Gordon. GWS Freo, don't like anyone there. Gold Coast Melbourne. Could you go Max Gawn? I don't know. Wits is pretty tough to score on, so I don't know about that. Collingwood, Brisbane. I mean, we can have a look at the recent scores here. Early days. I mean, it's Max Gawn at the end of the day, but pretty tough to recover. Playing on a broken, looks like a broken foot. And going back to back big scores. Collingwood, Brisbane. This would be really good for like a Josh Dunkley, a Lockie Neal here. Dacos might get some attention, so not too keen on that. Zach Butters, I don't mind against the Crows. I feel like I've captained Zach Butters a lot this season. Dawson, no. St Kilda, Geelong. I mean, if you got Tom Stewart, I don't mind that. Probably more as a VC though. If you got Tristan Sherry, like this is piece of piss. So he's probably the best captain option of the week there. Yeah, so it's probably like Goulden or Gawn into Butters. Like, am I missing anyone here? Newman's not a captain option, I feel. Tom Green, no. Rosie, no. Walsh, I mean, he's got the Eagles, but who cares? It's Sam Walsh. Flanders, actually, that isn't a bad shout. Zorko's not a bad shout. Okay. I don't mind Flanders and Zorko as well. Yeah, so it could be. I know Flanders has had a couple of downer weeks, but Melbourne are very easy to score on. So I feel like Flanders isn't a bad shout. He could be a very safe fullback captain option, and I could go Goulden the Friday night, but I like Butters in this matchup. Yeah, we'll go VC Flanders into Butters there. Zorko, I don't mind as well against the Pies. So yeah, we're probably looking at something like that. I think it'll be a mixture out of Goulden, Butters, Gawn, Flanders, and Zorko, I feel. I guess Bont's extremely safe, but I don't know. He's not a bad shout. But if English misses, I mean, that's not ideal. So yeah, no, I guess right here, this bench just proves why you need a 23rd premium. So yeah, that would have been nice. All right, let's check leagues. So it's not really going to be too much a report here from me because I've literally got one. I'm only in one league left, and that is Tom's Toddlers in the SDS TikTok League. I'd like to win that so I could make a grand final, but we'll have to see it. My side isn't that good, so I don't know. It'd be a bit of a miracle to make a grand final, but it would be a bit embarrassing if in all 12 if I couldn't make one grand final. Like that'd be rough. Every other league I'm done in. Let's check the SDS SuperCoach League and the SDS Tom's Pro League. So the SDS SuperCoach League, I haven't mentioned as much this season, but oh wow, first place. down in straight sets. That's so rough. Caminiti lost as well in straight sets, poor bugger. Shout out and Anthony Caminiti, but yeah, that's super stiff, mate. The newcomers. Oh, what happened, mate? What happened here? Did he get a copper zero? Nah, he just didn't have Gorn or Cherry, and he has Meek here. Yeah, just copped a lot of bad scores, poor bugger. So, as I said, I haven't said it this much, but I guess I've sort of said throughout the year that whoever does win the SDS Super League will have access to the league forever. That's sort of been my rule from the very start, but it hasn't been implemented yet because I won it in back-to-back leagues, but obviously I'm not going to win it this year, am I? So, Son of Sonic Henry, Crano SC Daniel, Remembered to Wipe Jake, and Mark of the Year. One of you four will get full immunity to have access to the SDS Super League. Just make sure that you flick me a comment on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube in the comments. Just tell me to make sure that you did win the league, and we can get. And I'll make sure I private message you the league code every season before it's released. Obviously, you can't add your mates into it; it's just you. But yeah, so they get immunity to into the league for the rest of the duration, I guess. Then the secondary finals in there. Harry, Adam, Jackson, and Julia also looking to get into there. I lost in the semi-final of that. Let's check some of the ranks as well, because I believe I Dream of Heaney is he's ran out of trades, and yeah, poor bugger. He was looking really good. Mark of the Year, Riley. Look, whoa, I didn't even notice that. Whoa, I've totally missed that. Oh, it's because he had the buy. Yeah. He scored 2,736. That's amazing. Couple of 2,600s. Wow. Mark of the Year, Riley. We've got to have a look at this. 131st best score of the round. Yeah, wow. And he fielded Dacos as well, but yeah, just had all Cherry captain, and he had Gorn as well. Yeah, that's just a ripper side, mate. So good stuff for you there. Shout out to Mark of the Year. Let's check the SDS Times Pro League. Who's got the best rank here? Finny Q Quest continues having a good season there, so he'll be in the top 1%. And I'll have to speak to Brad about this. I'm pretty sure we got the same rule. Whoever wins this league gets immunity into the SDS Times Pro League. So Tom, Colin, Daniel, Steve, one of you will be in this league forever. If you want to. So there you go. Just remember to flick me a message. So yep. And yeah, that's about it. I've lost all of my leagues this week, so that was a bit rough. So yeah, I think we'll end it there. This video's gone for a long time, so especially for round 22. So I guess we can have a look at some of the most traded out players, but none of it really matters at this point. I assume Charlie Curno's up there as well. Yeah, Dylan Moore, Rankin, yep, bunch of blokes here. Archie Roberts would have been a good cash cow if it came early in the year. Probably got to have to hope some of these rookies don't play now. Yeah, everyone's trading out Charlie Curnow, I would have thought. Yep, a lot. And who's everyone bringing in? I thought Filippo would be up there, but I can't afford him. Tom Powell, that's a good shout. I think he's playing off halfback. Matt Kennedy. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I don't mind it. Peatling, I'm 5K short of that. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Khan the Hawks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.